Here's the next tip. I call it standing on the shoulders of giants. And in a way, that's what Vivian did. She associated, again, her name with other big people. Now, you do have to be very careful about how you're positioning that. I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal advice, et cetera, et cetera. But I do call this How to Get Rich and Famous, helping others get even more rich and famous. What's the secret? Again, it's taken a while. It's taken me, I would say, in my professional career, 13 years to get to a point where I have access to Tony. He takes my calls, I talk to him on a regular basis, and we consider each other friends now. It wasn't always that way, and I'll tell you exactly how I managed to do it. But the foundation of the movie, Success Leaves Clues, came from the fact that I had an opportunity to interview him after I produced a product with him. I made that available, and it became a sales tool. So it was the interview with a link that would go and sell the product. After that, I thought I had an opportunity. I was at an event, and I brought my crew with me, and I contacted a whole bunch of authors, and I said, hey, would you be interested in being in a movie? And of course, no one wants that. They're like, of course. So suddenly I had access. I had 25 interviews with all sorts of, what I would consider the usual suspects, everyone from John Assaraf and Brian Tracy, Sean Stevenson. Of course, Joe Polish talks about him, the 3-foot giant, little guy, amazing human being. And they're all in this film. And again, it's on one level, purely self-serving. My goal in life is always, who can I model to get maximum results as fast as possible? So I get to ask all these people the big questions. By having access to ultimately probably 50 or 100, imagine what you could learn, right? It's pretty amazing. But more importantly, now my name's associated with them. And it has taken time. It wasn't like you push a button and you're there. You've got to do for them. So the question is, what do you need to do for someone who's rich and famous already, who frankly doesn't need you at all? What can you do for them? It's a good question. Here's what you do. I'm going to give John Reese full credit for one of these, which is the sell their stuff. But how did I get close to Tony Robbins? First of all, I bought his stuff. I was fat. I was broke. All the classic stuff. Living on credit cards. I was buying my food on cheese and crackers at the gas station because I didn't have any money left on my regular credit cards to go anywhere else. I got a fresh new Visa one day, and I'm like, guess who I saw on TV late night? I cracked open a beer, opened up the bag of Doritos, and I was about to start munching. I'm like, all right, big mouth, big teeth, I'll buy your stuff. So I bought his box of stuff. I got a certificate in the mail that said, come to the live event. I'd listened to about 15 minutes of it, and I'm like, I'm there. Screw it. Rack up, put it all on the old credit card. A couple weeks later, I'm in Hawaii. And about 9 months later, I'd completely transformed my life. Lost all the weight. I lost all the weight, and I lost about 30 pounds in 30 days. And I was going through a divorce at the time. My business was broke, all the usual stuff. But I became a success story, and through that, I ended up meeting some of Tony's people because I had a story to tell. And another strategy, and this is a John Reese thing, is he says, you want to get my attention? Become my affiliate and sell my stuff. Be like, well, I don't have a list. Even if you bought traffic and lost some money, he can't ignore you. Okay? If he's writing out a check, he's going to be, how in the hell are you selling my stuff? He's going to want to know. Now, it turns into, once you start building a brand and a list of your own, you've got this power. Now you can go places. And again, it takes some time. But once you've got a list of people who know you for the brand and the success story, they're going to want to know how you did it. And if you introduce and bring someone else, your mentors, more money and more opportunity, do you think they're going to ignore you? Now they're peers, they're friends, they're not just mentors anymore. And that's when the multiplier starts to occur in a massive way.